I had an interesting email recently from a representative from Undone, which asked me if I would like to play around with their customization tool and make a video for my channel. And the bonus for you watching is that they also offered 15% off any watch on the site using the promo code on screen now. That's just for you and there's no commission to me. So in today's video I will show you what it looks like to do exactly this, and then we can uncover the result together. We chose the Basecamp model to do this with. The recipient of the watch is my son Max, who just moved out to a new share house and obviously need a housewarming present from a watch-loving father. We customized this to his taste together. So let me take you through the customization with no talking, and we'll come back to the finished product. There are chapter markers throughout the video should you want to jump ahead to any parts. Okay, so here's the result, delivered in just under 2 weeks to me, and it's pretty good, I would say. A couple of little surprises I will cover off, but you already know the price obviously, so that's up to you what you think. But the Basecamp model is probably the priciest they have. There are plenty of other options and movements of course, and it's worth pointing out that whilst this customized one is $505, the Basecamp model is far less at $325 at its base. The diameter of the watch is 40mm and lug to lug is 48mm, and the lug width is 20mm. It's 14.8mm thick, but a large part of that is the gorgeous warm and bulbous crystal, which sticks out around 3mm or so. And it's definitely a challenge to photograph with no reflections. It's 136 gram on this steel bracelet. So on the dial, as you can see, Max decided on the skeleton look, which is the Seiko NH70, and in this case likely some blue plastic on top, similar to what Christopher Ward released a few years ago. The movement is part of the NH Seiko family, so the usual 40-hour power reserve and accuracy of about plus to minus 20 seconds per day. The dial has a lighter shade of blue than the picture on the site, which doesn't look bad, but it was a slight surprise. It's always pretty cool to see things moving in there, and of course we have a see-through back also. All the numbers and markers are printed and loomed, and decent quality overall. One or two of the printed lume indices are not exactly centered, but good enough for sure. As with all Undone watches, we get a subtle brand print at just under 6, which I've always liked with the brand's watches. It's very discreet, which is unusual in this day and age. The sword hands we chose together are classy and well made for the asking price. Surprise number 2 is the bezel, which is friction only, and I think this should be made clear as you choose the options. Not that it is a non-negotiable, but on dive watches where you measure how much time on the board you spent, this is not appropriate at all. However, for daily wear of an attractive watch, it is absolutely fine. I believe the material on the bezel is the same as what is in use on the crystal, which is Lexan polycarbonate. This is around 30 times stronger than acrylic that is often used in vintage reissues, since it has this warm look about it, and you do not get the milky ring on the curve which you get with sapphire. It is apparently very scratch resistant, but from what I can work out from my own research, not quite as resistant as the typical sapphire crystals of watches these days. The case is a standard affair with brushed upper surfaces, polished sides and chamfered edges. We get no drilled lugs here, but that's okay since all bracelet and straps have quick release. The crown is a bolt shape, not unlike my Autodroma Group B that I reviewed recently, which is a little odd, but it's signed and big enough to grip. I would have preferred a normal knurled crown to tie in with the vintage approach overall here, but there's nothing wrong with it for sure. Turning the watch over, we get a look at the screwing back with a see-through glass of more Lexar polycarbonate. And of course, a custom blue rotor with a custom print, which is great, and the view of the movement is always fun, especially when you can see all the way through to the blue dial on the other side. The oyster-style bracelet is a simple affair with a basic push-release button, which is signed and it's easy to adjust yourself with screw-in links. The aperture is a little tight with this design, but overall it is comfortable and attractive, with all brushed individual links and polished sides. It tapers all the way down to 16mm from the 20 at the lugs. The end links offer a reasonably good fit to the overall look of the watch, and I have no complaints here. Is it worth the $80 asking price? I'll leave that up to you to answer, but I probably would have liked the fold over and a couple micro adjusts for the money. But that said, there are half links, so you should get a good fit. The Lume is quite good overall and very bright at first charge, just not particularly long lasting. I have always wanted to check out an Undone watch, and how lucky I am to get an opportunity like this. Sure, there are some things that are unusual, and I would not normally choose a bracelet, nor expect a bold crown, but I love getting a say in what my watch looks like, and if you don't like the blue here, I'm sure the grey will be much more subtle. If you're a little OCD like me, the bezel moving around could drive me nuts, but most people couldn't care less, and it's fine for such relaxed individuals, and I envy them. Undone is a brand that gets bashed a bit by the watch fans, but mostly they issue nice looking vintage inspired watches at reasonable prices and have the ability to offer fun features such as this customization, so I would not hesitate to recommend buying one if you like what they do. What do you think of Undone and today's customized Basecamp watch? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll catch you again soon.